Hello, adventurer. Welcome to the Arcane Ward, a library of stories and adventures of those who came before. Here we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy this tale named Ashes to Embers. An exciting narrative of danger, adventure, and humor the likes of which you have never seen before. We thank you, and we hope you enjoy.
Previously,
I'm burning through all those now.
Previously on Ashes to Embers, after our party had made their way to the city of Babylon and attended a ball and a gala, our party split for the evening. Virian Shelby, Captain Lazar, and Min traveled deep within the Obsidian Labyrinth to confront Cicero Corinth, where it was discovered that he had allied himself with several other sky cities to come and destroy the city of Babylon. An intense battle progressed as Virian Shelby took the red scale, transforming into a dragon, and fought off Cicero Corinth to the point where the rest of the party was able to escape. After escaping, they begin to gather all manner of people, guards, and their heralds, telling them of their tales and what was going on and how Cicero had gone mad with everything. Our party then reconvened in this massive amalgamation of many different people and rushed into the Obsidian Labyrinth. A frantic chase ensued, in the which our party was successful in catching up to Cicero Corinth. Then proceeded quite the butt-kicking as our party, with the help of the heralds, as Cicero Corinth had been bloodied and broken from his previous altercation, could not defend himself very well, and was handily dealt with by our party and the heralds. After Cicero was arrested, it was then determined by the heralds and our party that within 2 days' time, the first of the Sky Cities, the city of Dukan, would be arriving to destroy the city. It was determined that the only course of action to save millions of lives was to raise the city of Babylon into the air. After our party scattered to the city to be able to bring people into the city of Babylon and provide shelter and respite in order to save as many people as they could, with 2 hours left to spare, the city of Babylon tore itself out of the ground and rose into the air. And as it left the ground, you all heard the faintest of whispers in your minds. The first seal has been broken. And that is where we will begin the episode. First things first, everybody go ahead and take a point of exhaustion, just because it was quite a late night and early morning getting the city of Babylon ready for it.
Please.
You all may go find different quarters to rest, or potentially, if you would like to do things before you would go and take a long rest, that is up to you guys. But it is now yours as the dawn breaks and the sunrise outlines the city of Babylon as it begins to fly through the air.
Just as a quick question, what does exhaustion do again?
Disadvantage on skill checks, I think, is first level.
Exhaustion 1 is disadvantage on ability checks. Exhaustion 2 is speed halved. Exhaustion 3 is disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws. Exhaustion 4 is hit point max halved. Exhaustion 5, speed reduced to 0. Exhaustion 6 is death.
Fun.
Don't
Okay,
get
I'll
to
take it
exhaustion
back. Sleep
six.
is not, in fact, for the weak.
Some would say that sleep is life.
I mean, haven't you ever heard of the Russian sleep experiment? I mean,
No.
That is a whole can of worms that will be saved for the Patreon.
Sleep
Yeah.
is a very important part of everybody's lives.
True.
very much so.
The
Also,
Arcane
what
Lord
is-
thoroughly implores you to get good sleep. Drink lots of water.
Perfect. Additionally,
What kind of
everybody,
good
real quick, what is everybody's passive perception?
Not good. I think it's 11.
Not good.
Mine is also 11. I'm a book
My
person, not a
passive
people person.
perception is 21.
Stupid high, right? Yeah.
All right.
21.
I'm at 17.
17.
13.
Nothing goes over
13?
my head. My passive perception is too high. I would catch it. Thank you.
Glaive,
Thank you.
I like that.
Yuli,
Passive
What
perception is 16.
perfect. Yuli, what is your passive perception? What was that?
high, huh?
Oh,
We cannot
on my
hear
mutant,
you.
it's a 12. There you go.
Perfect. All right. Ellie, Savage, and Lazar are the only ones that notice. If you want to describe what they see.
Tell me what you see.
It's what y'all see. Y'all see some horns kind of slowly over like the little bit of time after the city has risen, slowly start to grow out and curl from my head.
Okay.
And every once in a while, when you glance over, they seem to be a different set of horns. But there are still horns.
And you notice that on your own head and we don't notice that? What's up with our perception?
We suck.
Truly suck.
How about that?
And it's more of like it's flashes. So you two are able to see this kind of out of the corner of your eye. As soon as you see it in the corner of your eye, all of a sudden there appears to be like ram's horns growing out of her head, and then the next moment like a narwhal kind of like one like unicorn kind of horn. The next like, and it is like every time you turn to look at her, the horns are gone.
Oh, okay.
Oh, more gaslight tricks. I like it. Okay, cool.
What's our
As long as
gaslight,
she's not a
Captain?
fiend.
Wait, who's getting these horns?
I am.
Ellie.
Who?
Ellie. Oh. She's still.
I do
see.
not know that it's Ellie. Anyway.
It's just the exhaustion, that's all.
I've never seen you before in my life. I'm trying to.
Yeah, so it is early morning. The sun has just risen. You all kind of stayed up during the night to get the city of Babylon kind of in preparation. Actually, that is incorrect. I lied to you.
Oh no.
So it is actually almost sunset because it's been about 22 hours. So the sun had risen during like you spent all night. Sun rose most of the afternoon, evening, and you were finally able to get everybody into the city of Babylon right when the sun has been setting. So technically you would take 28 to no, it would just be 1 point of absorption.
We go
Blah,
straight
blah,
to
blah.
5. It's like, oh.
But yeah, so the sun is currently setting off in the distance as the city of Babylon is flying away. I did maths wrong, you guys. Maths.
BM just casually hits you with the, actually, I lied. You were never in Babylon to begin with. It's all been in your heads.
Tis my favorite time where my dark vision shines. The shadow of
Yeah.
the day turns the world to gray.
Ooh. What all would you like to do?
I'd like to go to bed,
I'm
please.
taking a nap. I'm taking a nap here.
All right.
Are the shops still open?
The what?
The shops, are they still open?
Oh yeah, actually, since the city has taken flight, like, would things still be going on around town as normal, or is everyone battening down the hatches?
If anybody wants to roll investigation, they can. And investigation is for those that are wanting to kind of go through the city and see what's going on. For those of you that are just wanting to go to bed, you would not be able to roll.
Yeah, I'm going to bed, so.
I'm
not much
already on my
good
shell,
for what's
so I
going
don't
to
know
get me
what's going on.
anything.
I rolled a
Would that be a
disadvantage,
disadvantage?
and I
Since
got
it's
a
up?
12.
Why because of
Exhaustion.
ability.
You gave us exhaustion, man.
I did. That is correct. A 12. As you're kind of wandering around town, most of the people that you see are like standing around. Families are trying to find places to rest and stuff. Lines of people thronging to different cathedrals throughout the city. Several it seems that at least for the time being, Babylon is in a state of upheaval, and so things aren't kind of normal right now. So like most shops are closed just because of the increased amount of people. Things might be unsafe. People are worried about like rioters and looters. Large patrols of guards are making their rounds throughout the city just to kind of keep some of the more boisterous people down. There's like 2 or 3 taverns open, but those are quickly being kind of shut down just because the inhabitants of Babylon are drinking into a stupor that kind of get a little bit rambunctious, and then the town guards kind of come in and like the taverns are like slowly being closed down. That is what you're finding, Virian, as you're going throughout the city.
Then I want to go to bed. Actually,
All right.
no, I don't. Actually, I want to find a room in a tavern, and I have one other thing I want to do, and then I'll go to bed.
Okay. Yes, Levi, Captain Lazar.
What is, like, the physics here? Because does Babylon have, like, an atmosphere that moves with it moving? If I have a floating ship floating above Babylon...
Yes, it does. It has its own gravitational pull and stuff.
And the air gets thinner as we go up
We
higher.
just hooked the anchor to a big spire in town, and you're just being towed.
Cool. I was wondering. Yeah, okay, cool. I'm going to take a nap, and by nap, I mean a full night's rest on the ship.
All right.
Caleb,
Yes.
Archangel, I wish to spend around maybe 30 minutes, only not a full hour, just something quick. Go around and get a general consensus of maybe groups of people, if they're happy that we're in the sky or not. If they wanted to do this or they were forced into doing it. Maybe
roll
it
me.
like 3 groups of people, maybe.
Word on
Sure,
the
go ahead
street.
and roll me persuasion or investigation. Yes, Min.
At
Uh,
disadvantage or not yet?
I guess this is
It is
a
a-
two-part thing. Is the skeleton of
Dang
Sir
Friend Montier?
Montier still on the ship?
Disenchanted, but yes,
Oh, so he doesn't talk anymore?
he does not.
Well, I'm gonna still
use
walk
him-
in,
his
pretend as if
goal
he
to hang
does
up my
still
hat.
talk. Well, I'm just gonna walk in, pretend as if he does still talk, like, "Hey, Montier, how's it going?" Go into a corner, and then retreat into my shell and sleep.
Okay, perfect.
So I rolled with my second bad roll. Well, the first 4 rolls a bad one. It's 16.
16.
And that can be however you wish to flavor it. Deception, intimidation, and persuasion. They're all the same roll.
Okay.
Maybe 1 each for different groups, just because that's how I would be.
Yeah, you kind of with a 16, as you walked up to each of these individual groups and stuff, you can hear frightened whispers before you even kind of approach them. As you kind of
I'll give you persuasion one. So I see that as you're describing it to me. As I'm going up, I see what?
there's like a group of like middle-aged men kind of dressed in like farmers outfits, kind of conversing to themselves. It looks like they just kind of got kicked out of a bar and they look a little bit drunk.
Just a couple
Alright.
of guys up to no
Deception
good.
for them.
Start making trouble in your neighborhood.
Deception would be to the tune of. Oh no, you guys! What are we gonna do for food out here? I mean, surely what you grow you could sell for a premium up here, right? You'll be even richer than you were before. Isn't this awesome?
One of the men kind of turns to you. That, sir, is a very good point. However, counteroffer. Now that we're in the sky, we can just go to one of the other sky cities that doesn't want to kill us and trade with them for good food. And then we don't even have to be farmers anymore. And then another one is like, but I liked being a farmer. It was good, honest work. And then the other one's like, but now we're in the sky, and so we're super cool and so much better than everybody else. So, and then the third guy, who's like a little bit more sober, kind of like, but I don't know, I don't really like being in this situation. I did want to make it to the sky eventually, but kind of seemed a little forced at the moment.
Okay. I understand that too. But all the cards were played, and you summoned. Well, you heeded the summons. Congratulations on being here.
Yeah, I think it is gonna turn out better in the end if we can manage to survive. But I don't know. I have a couple cousins left behind on the surface in kind of more rural towns out near some of the crystal lakes and stuff. Left them behind, so I don't know if I'll ever see them again. But it's kind of a price to pay to become a Sky City or whatnot. And he kind of takes his friends and they kind of wander into the growing darkness,
Where I can clearly see them still.
Yeah.
I'll walk on over to the next group of people over there next to the water feature.
Okay. What are you looking for specifically?
So, I'm looking to see if there's going to be dissent among the population here. If everybody will follow, or if there's going to be a separatist group here that's dangerous to the leaders.
Yeah.
I kind of have the sneaking suspicion that not everybody wants to be here.
Yeah.
And I want to prevent any assassinations, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Okay. With a 16, you are very tired as you are kind of going around the different people and you're talking and stuff. You get the sense with the 16 at like most of the people that you're talking with and stuff are older gentlemen that are up late. All the women and children have kind of gone to bed, and the fathers and brothers and all that kind of stuff have tried to go out to find what's going on and maybe find some drink to kind of help staunch their nerves and stuff. The consensus from most of the people that you talk to is they wanted to make it to the sky, but it kind of seemed a bit rushed, and they're worried that this might not be safe for them and their families. It's less of like, I'm glad that I'm here, but I wish I had more time to kind of prep for it.
All right. So my motivational speech to each of them. Let's see. So deception was, don't worry, you'll make it good up here for those farmers, right?
Mhm.
Intimidation will be like, well, we better not get any funny ideas because we're the weakest of the cities. We're the new city. We have to stick together, or else, right? Persuasion would be, we made it up here far earlier than we projected we would. Surely we can do much more good. We're intelligent. We're good.
As you begin to kind of talk to these people, kind of spreading your weird words and talking, your intimidation helps kind of cull a little bit of some rowdiness that was going around. Your persuasion helps bolster some of the people that seemed a little bit more downtrodden. And as you kind of make your way throughout the city before you're off to bed, you get the sense that you did help at least some people kind of feel a little bit better about their situations and saw the bright side of things instead of focusing on the negative. And where will you, after that, where are you going to retire for the evening?
Where did my friends go? I'm honestly asking myself that. I'm looking around as nobody's here because they all clearly went to sleep already. I don't recall that we had quarters, or if we did, I've never used them with them.
The ship is the one place that you thought of. Cicero had said that there was quarters, but then
There were ours, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have the ship anymore, do I?
The sky ship is still here in Babylon. The sky ship that you rode in on with the rest of the crew.
You know, I'd feel safer on the sky ship. That does sound right, inner mind. I'm gonna go to my quarters in the sky ship.
Virion would try to find a tavern to hole up at, just get a room
All right.
for himself.
A room for the hero, huh?
Perfect.
The anti-hero, more or less. But
It's
yeah, sure.
like you're able to find a tavern that had not closed its doors quite yet. The owner kind of recognizes you. You offer to pay for your room. He refuses outrightly, saying how much you have helped the city, and he offers a quaint room for you for the evening, soft bed, warm dinner, and good mead.
Just a second. I wanna see something. Yeah. I'm gonna give him 100 gold pieces as a tip.
He is going to politely decline. And he'll put it back. He'll put it back in your hand, and he'll say, "Good sir, I, for one, could not take nearly so large amount of gold. It might put me and my family at risk of being robbed in this kind of tumultuous moment. But you have saved the city, so please, you seem much more in need of this gold to be able to help more people in the future. So you keep that. We do well here, and I appreciate your kindness, though."
Well, it's always good to be humble. It's good for business. However, I have more than enough gold, and I've helped plenty. I will continue to help others. If it becomes an issue, you can always write me. I'll come and take care of the ones that give you problems, free of charge. And I push it back into his hands.
He will look at it. He will look at you in the eye. All right. Well, how about a compromise? He'll reach in. He will pull out 20 gold, and he will hand you back 80. That is as much as I feel comfortable taking. If you would like, potentially bring some friends by later this week or within the next few days, and pay for food and drink and pay me back that way. Drum up some business for me. Less rowdy people if you can.
I'll see what I can do. Let me ask you though, are you married?
Yes, she is with the girl. They have gone to sleep for the evening. Dangerous times. I felt safer keeping them in their rooms.
Then I grab 10 other gold pieces and I put them in his hand, like, for your daughter.
He'll nod. Thank you. I didn't catch your name.
Varian Shelby.
Thank you, Varian. Enjoy the room. Let me know if there's anything else that you need.
Of course. And on top of that, if it makes you more comfortable, I'm also paying for your discretion.
He'll nod. He'll put his hand up to his mouth like he's locking a key, and he'll throw away the key. My lips are as good as sealed. You enjoy your evening.
I head into my room.
All right. Min, was there anything else that you're doing besides curling up in your turtle shell?
Nope.
All right.
I'm a simple turtle.
Savage, where are you going for your evening rest?
Well, since the whole city is here, I assume I could just go back to my typical quarters without any trouble. In the
For
church.
sure.
Yep. I'll head back to the church. As I am walking through to get there, I make sure to stop by and check in, see how all of the medical preparations are going, seeing if anybody needs anything, that sort of stuff, before retiring to my room for the night or whatever time.
You were scolded by several different nurses and other clerics that know how long you have been awake, telling you that you need to go get some sleep and that they have things taken care of.
Look, we all need to go to sleep so Astrid can kidnap us in the night, okay?
Astrid?
Sounds good.
From the Dark Brotherhood.
I need to read more books, man.
It's from
That's from
Skyrim.
The Dark Brotherhood.
If you
Let's
are
just
interested, if anybody
everything I've said.
If anybody is interested in good Skyrim-related reading, I highly suggest the Lusty Argonian Maid.
You know what? Okay, this is a little bit of a
It's a
side
literary masterpiece.
Which volume, though? There are several volumes.
Gotta start with the first.
All right.
I literally went on Amazon the other day, actually looking to see if they had a series because I
They
wanted
do.
to buy it. so
They
bad.
actually do.
Just
You have now been put on a list. I just want you to know that.
if that puts me on a list, then I was born on a list.
No, but okay, this is a total side note, but this is super cool. Bethesda did release an official Skyrim book that is a collection of all of the in-game literature, so you can read it as hard copy. So you can find it on Amazon. I don't know how old or how hard it is to come by anymore, but it's like this huge volume, and it has all of the hard copy fictional books from within Skyrim that you can now read as like an anthology. It's a super cool collector's item.
Perfect.
As I am rambling this
Collector's item.
to the several nurses and clerics that are telling me I need to get sleep, they have no idea what I'm talking about, and I just kind of do this dismissively and then just go to bed.
So you make your way back up to your quarters. A very quaint, small room. A decently sized bed. but you were afforded a luxury of having a small fireplace and a grate in the corner of your room to kind of provide a little bit more heat and warmth. Small kind of stone barracks room, very, very modest and quaint for a cleric, and you retire for your evening. It is a very familiar and comforting place to sleep.
Excellent.
Ellie, where are you sleeping this evening?
Going to go to the crow's nest of our ship and sleep there.
Okay.
We have like little cat beds sitting up there.
I will want to say, just in case, because it kind of sounded like you were about to move forward to the next day, Varian was wanting to do something before.
Oh, yes. What else would you like to be doing?
Okay, cool. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure. After Varian gets to his room, he undresses, all that good stuff, getting ready for bed. But he hops into the bag.
All right. You hop into the bag. Ah, Mr. Shelby. What can I do you for?
I'll be in the alchemy lab, working on a few things. However...
Very well. Door on your left.
Right, thank you. Ren, right?
Yes, Ren.
Right.
I can't remember if I told you or not. Yes, I did. Yes, Ren! Yeah, you make, just call me Butler, though. But yeah, that is my name, Ren.
Right. Butler. My apologies. I just... very interested in your backstory, so to speak. He is such a,
yes.
I don't know, mysterious figure. Part of the group, more or less.
Mystery, it's all fun and games until you find out something you don't want to know. So, let's keep it a mystery, shall we? Yes.
Right. If you knew what I do for a livelihood, I think you would know that there aren't many things that would deeply concern me. But we are contractually bound to be friends. Remember?
I mean, yes, I guess that is correct. Man, I just got legaled, and I'm the contractor. Wow. All right. Yeah, we're friends.
Right. Well, anyways, I'll get to work on what I had in mind. But, Butler, friends don't withhold secrets from each other. I would want to help you in your situation. But I'd also like to know more about who I am helping. And why I'm helping him. Something to ponder.
He will lean close and whisper, Valerian, I don't think you want to know who I am. Please let it be for the sake of our friendship. For the time being. It might come up in future. But I will give you one parting tidbit. Who I am? I am always hungry, and that hunger drives me. That is who I am. Well, enjoy your time in the alchemy lab.
Right. Thank you for that, Butler. And I head into the alchemy lab, where I will work on a new, in Virian's mind, a new mutagen, but in reality, it's just advanced poison.
All right.
I'll expend
Now
50 gold
here's Virian, here's a very important thing for you. So I'm gonna make you roll for this. Right now it is an ability check and you have exhaustion, so it would technically be at disadvantage. Do you want to sleep first?
Well, I mean, this is an actual feat. It's just a special ability, and I could do it 3 days. Yeah,
so
I could
this
just
isn't what we talked about
No.
for you wanting. Okay.
It's just a special ability described in the feat where I can just make 3 vials.
Okay. Cool. I was wondering if it was that special thing that you wanted to do and craft like special poisons and stuff.
No, I mean, you never gave me a response to that for the special poisons, with the idea that I gave you like a week or so ago.
But, I'll talk to you a little bit more afterwards, but I thought I did. But
sure.
Okay. So as you all retire for the evening, sleep takes the very tired world. As the city of Babylon, one by one, the lights begin to slowly turn off for the evening as people retire for their beds to sleep. A tired world full of dreamers. And then we hear it. Thump thump. Thump thump. Thump thump. And you all began to dream. Savage.
Yeah.
As you drift off into unconsciousness and begin to sleep, there's a brief moment where your body is kind of floating in a normal dream as you make your way throughout the city of Babylon, healing those around you, providing health and comforts, all that you possibly can. You begin to travel up the path towards the caldera. Many more people throng this path as you slowly begin to make your way up and up and up. This dream is a happy dream, a good dream. Being able to help those see the smiling faces of those that you've been able to heal, small children, elderly women, all their smiles, bringing you into a peaceful slumber. Then you find yourself standing abruptly on top of a very high mountain. Beneath you, you see the floor of obsidian and the mouth of a volcano. As you sit there, ash begins to slowly creep out of the mouth of this volcano, spewing more and more and more. As you look off into the distance, you see the vast world of Sinis sprawled out before you. Here you stand at the top of Mount Ash as the active volcano begins to spew the life-breathing ash into the air. You feel like you're on top of the world. Then the ground rumbles. Below you, you see magma begin to boil up from the depths of the volcano. Faster and faster as it approaches you, hovering directly above the opening of the mouth, and then whoosh, an eruption of molten lava catches you in its mouth. You stand there as lava, debris, and ash begin to rain around the world of Sinus. Beneath you, you see rivers of lava begin to flow down each of the active volcanoes. Off in the distance, you see Mount Hope and Mount Order also erupt, spewing lava and magma into the air, giant falling rocks, as each of these begin to funnel down into a singular point at the very center of the continent. It swirls around and around, and all of a sudden the rivers of lava form into a red and yellow whirlpool, and you watch as a hand the size of a continent begins to reach out of the center of the whirlpool, reaching out, and you hear in your head, through fateful flames, burn embers bright, burn days foul-visaged from our sight. From ashes to ashes it's been before, now ashes to embers evermore. And as you look out and you hear the words echo in your head, you feel it, the pounding in your chest, the pleasure of the burning. You take your hand, you reach out, and you plunge it into the flowing lava. And Savage, you wake up. You're currently standing out of bed, up towards the fireplace. Your hand is reached into the burning embers, and you are grasping a handful of smoldering coals. There's a moment where you feel nothing. No warmth, no pain. And you look at your hand as you drop the ashes, the embers. You look at your hand and not a mark on your skin. What do?
I would like to try that again. Cautiously, of course, because I'm kind of tripping out at this point, but just so carefully put my hand towards the fire a second time.
As you kind of reach your hand out and you begin to kind of grasp the coals and stuff, it is hot, it's warm, but it's not as hot as it should be. And you reach your hand into the fire and you're able to pick up a coal and kind of juggle it in your hand a little bit, and you put it back into the fire. You are going to take 1 point of fire damage.
At least I take something. Okay,
but you are now now Savage, you are now resistant to fire damage permanently.
Okay.
Additionally, you do sense that there is something wrong.
Yeah, still
with your spells specifically. As you kind of look into your divine magic and kind of begin to kind of filter through your spells and stuff, most of the spells you still have access to. However, as you begin to go through, all of your spells that have to do with resurrection or revivify, you no longer have access to and cannot cast.
Ooh.
That's not good.
Oh my. Okay. Well. Okay. Hold on. Let me even take a look. Okay. Well, the only thing. Okay, Revivify was the only resurrection spell that I had, but my healing still works, right?
Yeah, you get the sense that you can still heal and stuff. But your Revivify, as you kind of reach out for the magic to be able to cast it or to use it somehow, it seems as though it's just not there.
Okay, that's very interesting. Okay. I've got two things that I would like to do with this knowledge.
Okay.
First off, the rhyme from my dream. Would I be able to remember enough of that to write that down?
Sure.
Okay.
It's kind of burned into your memory at this point. Right. If you want to grab a pen and paper real quick, I will say it to you.
Okay, we'll save that for later, just because I don't want that to eat up time. But as long as I can remember it, that's good. Second, I would love to go talk to Alabaster.
All right, we will get to that in a second.
Sounds good.
We will go ahead. Min, did you have a question?
I sent it to you in Discord.
Yes. Okay.
Sorry, guys. I'm doing my turtle things. See if I can get the bad rolls out of the way here.
Arcana is the modifier, but it is at disadvantage, and the first night is very high.
Okay.
Now with that,
okay, continue.
We will go ahead and hop over to Min.
That would be a 21 on disadvantage.
Okay. As you pull into your turtle shell and you begin to dream. Dreams to a turtle are very important. You pay very heavy importance to the dreams that you have and the information involved in that. You begin a dream that seems slightly confusing. A familiar corridor, black walls, black obsidian, making your way down with a group of friends. Captain Lazar and Virian Shelby. You make it to a room with different odd colored tiles. You're able to make your way slowly across. And it seems familiar. You've seen this before. You've been here before. You've done this before. You make it to the end, the door, down the hallway. And then things get a bit fuzzy. A flash of a room, the room that you just kind of been in before, with the tiles, but nobody's there. and then leaving with your friends and Richard.
Leaving with your friends and Richard.
And Richard, who's also your friend at this point. Yeah, he's your friend. And as you finish the dream, there is a nagging as you begin to slowly wake up. A small nagging in the back of your mind that something's not right. But you're not sure what. But you're pretty sure it has to do with math.
Uh-oh.
And you wake up
Math?
with math.
Like the algebra?
You are not able to fully do it, but your next check will be easier, and it will not be at disadvantage.
Okay. How much did I miss it by?
Technically by 4.
Oh, okay. I don't feel as bad.
For
If
the-
it was by 1,
yeah.
I'd have felt real bad.
No, it was 4 for the first night.
Okay.
Next, we hop over to Virion. Virion, how long do you stay up in your alchemy lab making the poisons?
It doesn't give me a time specification. It just says I can spend 50 gold pieces worth of materials to create 3 doses of potent poison. So, I don't know, let's say half
it
an
would
hour.
be half an hour to an hour, I would say.
Yeah.
So, not too long. You're able to finish up your work and get your poisons ready and retire to the for the evening. You hop back out of the bag of butler in your quaint little room in the tavern. You are exhausted at this point, so you finish getting undressed. You hop in bed, you turn down your oil lantern, and you begin to drift off to sleep. Virion, go ahead and roll a d20 and add your arcana to it.
Okay.
This is at disadvantage, sorry.
Yay! I rolled a 6 and then a 3, so that'll be a 6.
Okay. You do drift off to sleep to the sound of faint rhythmic beats. Thump thump, thump thump, thump thump. You find yourself kneeling in a cathedral. Around you, destroyed bricks and blackened soot cover the walls. You look at the burned timber and the pews smoldering in piles around you. This is a sight you've seen before. The sight of where you found her. Not able to arrive in time. As the smoldering fades and the cracking of flames die down to a silence, as you kneel there, head down, sword in your lap, you feel a small, faint touch on your shoulder. Virion, why do you look so sad? Are you muted, Talon?
Oh, no, I wasn't expecting to interact in a dream. I'm not really sure what to say.
You
Could just say
feel
I stammer.
Sure.
you kind of stammer out, not really able to form the words or know what to say. As your head is bowed, eyes closed, the only thing that you can feel in this moment is the cold steel pressed against your lap as you hear again the gentle voice. Virion, why do you look so sad? What ails you, dear?
I turn and I look to the voice.
You see, as you kind of turn, standing above you, as beautiful as ever, is your wife Sif. Perfect as the day that you remember her. The dazzling smile spreads across her face. Oh dear, why do you look so glum?
Varian immediately jumps up and just tosses the sword to the side and pulls her in.
Dear, I do appreciate the hug, but what spawned such a reaction? What is?
What's going on? This isn't right.
Dear, I don't understand. It's not right.
I thought I lost you.
Oh, Virion.
Lucian. Where's Lucian?
He's at home.
Is he safe?
Of course. He's always been safe.
Then we're leaving. Grab the things.
And you grab her hand and begin to kind of pull her out of the ruins of this broken, dilapidated, destroyed cathedral. And as soon as you come to the edge of it, you pull and she stops. Viren, I can't leave here.
Why?
I had something to tell you.
Okay.
I needed to stay. To tell you something important. Where to find it.
Find
Where
what?
to find. Find something important. Something that I hid.
I don't
Viren.
understand. What did you hide?
It was. And at that moment, you wake up.
Is it in the middle of the night?
Fairly close to dawn.
I feel like Varian would wake up, sit up in his bed, legs over the side of the bed, put his head in his hands, and then violently toss a table or nightstand across the room out of frustration.
There is a loud crash as the nightstand breaks against the side of the wall. There is a brief kind of commotion outside, and there's like a brief kind of knock at your door. Varian, is everything okay?
Everything's fine. I apologize. You can put it on my tab.
He kind of sees you in your disheveled state, kind of nods, closes the door, kind of begins to talk to several people that are also out there, and they retire back to their beds for the evening.
What did you hide, Sif? Why are you talking to me now?
Virion, as you sit on your bed, you notice that your sword is currently laying kind of slightly impaled into the floorboards towards the edge of the room where you tossed it in your dream. And as you look at it, the faint magical shimmer that you are so accustomed to seems to be slightly less vibrant.
He stands and grabs the sword, pulls it out of the floor.
As you kind of hold it in your hand, you hear the voice come to you as it so often has, but faint and a little bit woozy. Varian, I don't feel so good.
What's wrong, Steel?
I don't know, but it feels like there's something missing.
I understand the feeling, but this is a bit new for me. What do I need to get you?
Varian, I can't
Yes,
do it anymore. Can't cast it. It's gone.
What do you mean you can't cast it?
The Revivify. I can't. It's not there anymore. I don't know. Varian, I'm scared.
It's alright, Steel. We'll get through this. We'll find out what's wrong with you. And we'll get it fixed.
Okay. Sweet.
Did I throw you across the room?
Yeah.
Did I say anything in my sleep?
A little.
What did I say?
It was something about a weaver or something.
Dreamweaver?
That's it. Yeah. You were just kind of muttering that under your breath.
I think I need to pay a friend a visit.
All right, and we'll go ahead and skip over to Captain Lazar. Captain Lazar, as you kind of drift off to sleep, you kind of have a normal dream. A dream of just kind of reoccurring moments that have happened in the recent time. It was a very happy dream. Dreams of you getting your pirate ship, making your way to the town of Barrett. But there's a brief moment as you replay this dream in your mind. The one moment that keeps on kind of stopping and replaying once, twice, 3 times in your dream is the moment where Story tells his story about the Dreamweaver. And then your dream kind of continues off as you travel to Babylon and are able to hoodwink the Herald of Order and all amounts of interesting and high crime and larceny within the city. Captain Lazar, you can go ahead and roll me a d20 and add your Arcana to it at disadvantage. 10. Yeah, that's pretty much what your dream is about. All right. Savage, we'll go ahead and cut back to you as you are currently kind of standing in your room, kind of just a bit overcome.
Mm-hmm.
What is it that you were wanting to do?
After taking a few moments to kind of collect myself as much as I can, I feel like I need to go help somebody about what just happened. So I would like to find and talk to Alabaster as quickly as possible.
Okay. As you quickly throw on a pair of pants, your cleric robes, and grab your staff and some of your other personal belongings and begin to make your way through the darkened streets. It is a little bit before dawn. You did sleep the majority of the night, and you do get your long rest in. But it is still very, very early morning. The sun still hasn't quite risen as you begin to make your way through the clergy and just the cathedral itself. You ask around, and you first go to his quarters. Alabaster is not there. You begin to kind of ask around, and you find out that Alabaster is currently in the Hall of Scripture, the kind of biblical text of the Lady of Ash associated with the history of the deity war and all that of that stuff. So you begin to slowly make your way to the Hall of Scriptures, and as you kind of push the door open, you see Alabaster at the very end of the hall, sitting on a chair, a very kind of just plain chair, scrolls all around him, like covering almost every inch or surface, and he kind of looks up to you. His eyes are bloodshot. It looks like he hasn't slept at all tonight as he kind of makes eye contact with you and is like, "Oh, ashes. Don't tell me, Savage. You saw it too."
If you're talking about something that had to do with a very large hand and a lot of volcanoes, then I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but if you're talking about the dream with the lizard folk, then no, couldn't have seen it. Does my attempt at humor do anything for him?
You see a smile cracks up on his face as he kind of looks at you. That is one of the reasons why we keep you around, Savage. Sadly, it is the first, not the second. Though I wish it was the second.
Yeah, so do I.
I've been...
Oh,
I've
go
been
ahead.
poring over the scriptures here, trying to find that phrase that we heard, the stanza. It sounded like prophecy of some sort. And Savage, I haven't found anything. I've been up for hours. I can barely keep my eyes open.
When was the last time you slept?
Savage, when I sleep, I wake up in places that I shouldn't be, or don't know how I've gotten there. Tended to avoid sleep as much as possible.
Well, in my professional clerical opinion, I would say that's not healthy.
I agree.
Has anyone else
Well-
said anything about seeing the same things?
Nobody has come to talk to me about it, but... well, I fear that there will be several others who have. Savage, these moments of... I don't know what to do, Savage. There's so many things going on in this world at the moment that I can't make sense of. I feel like we are playing with powers that we can't hope to fathom.
Well, perhaps we are. But if the rule of the church is to face these things, then we do so in faith. And I have faith that, one, we can get through this if we stick together. And two, whatever comes, I'm sure that we will come out the stronger for it. But only time will tell.
He
So-
nods.
I pull up a chair and dramatically flare out my robes and sit beside them. Now, it goes without saying that studying is probably not my strongest suit, but I think you could use a break more than I can. If you would like, I can take over the studies. You can try to get some rest, with a babysitter, of course, which would be me. And we can probably figure something out. Better than reading yourself into madness, as it appears that you are.
He kind of nods. I think that would be beneficial. And he'll hand over the scroll that he was currently reading. He's going to lean back in his chair. His eyes are going to close. And then immediately he starts snoring. This soft kind of whistle.
And here I was, going to read it out loud like a bedtime story. Well, let's see what we got. It can't be that bad. Open up the scroll. Just... oh, this is going to be rough.
All right, go ahead and make me a religion check real quick.
Religion. Alright. Oh, what's my religion modifier? Okay. Oh, jeez.
No, dude, that is rough.
That was a 5.
That's so rough.
I feel like,
dude.
given his title, he should probably have advantage.
I wasn't kidding when I said studying wasn't my strong suit. I open it up and am immediately bored.
Make Savage make me a con save real quick.
Oh, jeez.
Sorry, I accidentally grabbed all those.
What's my con mod? Constitution? Okay. That's a 12?
Savage, you also pass out. Fall back asleep, sitting there as you're like looking at the scripture, beginning to read. Like, okay, I'm gonna stay awake. I'm gonna watch Alabaster. We're gonna read the scripture, and then you slowly drift back off.
It's the. All right, let's see what we got. Just the head desk.
In the beginning.
In the beginning. In the
beginning.
All right. As Viren, you wake up. You are probably one of the first to wake of this group, but a little bit kind of around the same time, everybody else is going to slowly start to rouse and stuff. But Virian, before everybody kind of wakes up for the morning as the sun begins to rise, what are you wanting to do?
I want to pull out the sending stone and send another message to Kikamura.
All right.
Essentially, he just wants to fill her in on what happened in Babylon with Cicero and Babylon's ascension.
All right. What words are you specifically gonna use? You have 25.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna. I was hoping you would go.
Just let it slide.
Past that. Yeah. No. All right. What do I say? She knows I'm in Babylon, right? Based off of the last message,
Yeah.
Okay. I have news. Cicero was a psychopath planning to destroy Okay. Cicero was a psychopath. Had we not have stopped him, millions would have died. How many words is that?
You have 8 left.
Okay. But with his fall, Babylon has ascended. I have one word left.
Yo.
What?
Yeah,
I'm not
Babylon
saying
has
yo.
ascended, yo.
No.
Is faux show a single word?
Nah, faux show is faux
No.
show, 2 different words.
You just need to channel your inner redneck. You need to find a word like witchy digit. 5 words in one. Got this.
No, I have one. In the form of like a question. Varian is just going to say instructions.
That's fair.
There is a brief pause. And you hear in your head, update received. All seems quiet in the city of glass. Things handled. You're in charge of Babylon. Trust your judgment. And that is it.
In hindsight, I probably should have mentioned something about steel, but yeah, she probably wouldn't have known anyways. Okay. Aside from doing like a quick little workout in his room, which we don't need a role play, he would gather his things after sending that message out to Kikamura. Give another 10 gold pieces to the tavern keeper for the table, and probably make the bed as well. And then head out into the town and look for a shop that's open.
All right. At this time, everybody else does wake up for the morning, except for Clayton. Shaggy, I would assume that you would be spending as much time as you possibly can crafting your stuff, right?
That is correct.
All right, go ahead and tell me, do you are you going to be doing this by yourself, or you are going to be asking for help?
I am going to be asking for help.
Okay. By whom specifically?
By... I was about to refer to his nickname, but we're not going to. I'm going to be asking for help from my father, Richard, to be able to work on some things. I'm going to do it in kind of I don't know. Initially, I'll be like, because you said that last time when I've been doing stuff with him, he's been kind of like turning away when there's potential secrets being revealed.
Yeah.
One of these times I see him like going to like kind of go off and do something else while I'm like unfurling plans, and I grab him by the arm and I'm like, no, I need some insight. I need help to be able to help this city better. I need us both to be working on this.
He'll nod. He'll do kind of like the meaningful nod, like, hey, I understand this is kind of a big thing. And he'll come up on your shoulder, place his hand on your shoulder, kind of give it a little bit of a squeeze as you guys dive and delve into the research involved with the mechanics that you are investigating. So, Clayton, go ahead and make me a roll. This is going to be 1 second.
I'm doing this in D&D Beyond. I've yet to get at my Oculus, so if you want to look there for my rolls.
Okay, yeah, I'm pulling that up real quick.
While you guys are doing that, I also just want to specify real quick, before Varian left his room, he would have made 3 more vials of that poison in the bag. It's just like a once a day thing. Or once per long rest.
Okay. go ahead and Clayton, go ahead and roll me a sleight of hand check, and go ahead and add nope, just go ahead and roll me a sleight of hand check real quick as you begin drafting out these specific beginning like thoughts and processes, going over plans and stuff. You can make it at advantage, and your father being there with you is going to negate the exhaustion that you have. He's going to
I thought I was rested.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, you've been able to kind of have like a very brief sleep and be able to do that, and get that all kind of sorted and stuff. So go ahead and make that roll at advantage, and then he is going to flash of genius it, and you get to add a 5 to this roll.
Okay, so my best roll was 19. My first roll. Either way, can you see both rolls?
Sure can.
Okay, so you saw the first one was 19, and then adding 5 on top of that?
Yes.
Okay, so that would be 24.
All right. As you begin to draft it and you talk with your father, you begin to test things. You pull out different magical apparatuses that are able to cast shield spells and have magical armor that are brought in to you. And as you begin testing, there is a moment that both of you and your father are standing there, and as you kind of drop the piece of armor on the ground, you accidentally kind of knock it off the table, and it kind of rings out. The humming, like the ringing sound of metal begins to amplify slightly and then stabilize into a steady frequency. And as you kind of hear that, you notice that that's not the frequency that metal vibrates at. That's something different. And as you begin to pull it back out and begin to test further and further with your father, you discover that anything magical imbued with protection energy, the magic vibrates at a specific frequency. And that is all you are able to discover during your first kind of round of kind of going through investigation and working with your father on what's going on with those kind of things. But you begin to start to formulate an idea, a specific thing that might be able to interrupt or pass through a frequency of some sort.
Mm-hmm. The geniuses are working.
All right. At this point, the rest of you wake up from your long rest. You all no longer have your exhaustion. Everybody else kind of, besides Virian and Savage, were on the ship for the sleep-in. So you all kind of wake up on the ship, and the day is yours to do with as you please.
I'm gonna start out. I'm gonna wake up, give a nice little stretch, and then I'm gonna pull the sheets off my bed, hide them, pull out some just normal gray tone sheets and put those on, get my little shark stuffed animal, hide that in my drawer. I had little shark bed sheets too. Take off my little shark slippers, put them in, and then I will unlock my door and walk out as if I did not just sleep with a shark stuffed animal.
I love that so much.
I mean, it's better than alabaster themed underpants.
You got a problem with that? You wish you had the alabaster merch. Those are exclusive.
This is true.
Limited
Ellie,
edition.
Ellie, you awake on top of the crow's nest, kind of like very cat-like, uncurling from your little bed that you have up there. It is it is a very comfy space to be up there, kind of secluded, very high up in the air. But it was a nice place to take a long rest.
Yep. And I'm going to stretch, just like the captain is doing, like a little stretch, and lay back down in a different position and close my eyes again.
Nice.
Grave and Min, as you are like awakened from your quarters, Min, you kind of stick your head out of your turtle shell, and the captain's quarters is well, that is a very interesting thing. Lazar, where were you sleeping?
In the captain's quarters.
Min, where were you sleeping?
Wherever the corpse of Fred Montier was,
The
just kind of off in the
also
corner.
In the captain's
Also in the
quarters?
captain's quarters. So
I guess when I woke up, I
Min,
would have been like shocked. Quickly, like tried to hide it.
Min, you notice that Captain Lazar sleeps with a stuffed animal shark.
Roll
Okay.
deception. Roll deception. Gaslight him.
So what I do in response is I just kind of I'm still tucked in, just my head's poking out, and then all of a sudden a little stuffed animal shark head comes out of my right arm hole from my turtle shell and just goes da-da, and it goes back in and I go back to sleep.
Like my shark, or you have your own shark?
I have my own shark.
My goodness, this is the best.
I'm gonna like when he does that, I'm gonna like try to subtly like open my drawer again and be like, did he take it? No, it's right there.
This is
You-
great.
You don't need to be subtle.
Okay.
I'm back to sleep. I'm out. I can only be
Hey.
woken up by Fred Montier right now because I said, "Have a good one." Or I said, "Let me know if you need anything." I just went to sleep.
I'm going to write a little note that says, "You're crazy. You imagined the whole thing," and just like stick it on his shell, kind of hanging over where his head's gonna poke out.
It says definitely no sharks in the drawer.
All right, Grave, what are you doing this morning? What else is everybody wanting to do as you all wake up this morning? Except for you, Savage. I have a plan for you.
I figured.
Well, I mean, Varian is still looking for a shop.
Ah, okay. What specific shop are you looking for?
Magic item shop.
Okay.
The magical menagerie of
Mystical merchandise? Sadly, no.
worth a shot.
Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Uh,
No,
ooh.
come on, your hand.
investigation is really good. That'll be a 17.
Ooh, yeah, you're able to find a couple of they're like Babylon's equivalent of a pawn shop for magic items. Like there's a bunch of them kind of sprouting up around Babylon, all with very similar for names. There's just like misfit magic monstrosities. There's also magic monstrosities, misfits. Like you get all the sense like all of these are kind of very like similar kind of like off-brand pawn shops for magic items of some sort or another. Additionally, you do find a couple of like higher end jewelry stores that have like some very nice potential golden or other magic items that have to do with rings or necklaces of some sort and stuff.
I'm gonna go to that one.
All right. You walk into a very immaculately clean store. Around you, you see like large pedestals with heavy set glass in them. You can see that they are transparent. You look through all manner of merchandise, of rings and necklaces and pendants of some sort. You see some small like gauntlets, other like just solid cut gemstones the size of your fist. And as you enter, my good sir, how are you this evening or morning? For those of yes.
Do I see whoever's talking to me right now?
Yeah, you see a very kind of rail-thin gentleman, long elven, like white hair, kind of tied in a very tight braid and stuff, in such a way that it's like tied up and stuff. He has the person that you're looking at has very weird proportions. It looks like if you were to turn sideways, he might disappear. And then, but at the same time, you look at his nose that kind of curves up like a beak of some sort. It looks like it might be able to cut glass, and like open up some of these display cases around you. Yes, my good sir. How are you this morning?
Well, I've been better, in all honesty, but I have two bits of business for you. The first,
yes,
more of a question. Do you buy magical items?
I mean, if it is of value, of course.
I have a ring of resistance available for purchase. To my understanding.
May I examine it?
Of course. I take it out and I say, to my understanding, this is fairly rare. And I hand it to him.
He's going to pull out this like a jeweler's circlet, kind of like magnifying glass. He kind of holds it up to the gem, looks at it. High quality gemstone, solid gold band, and yes, the enchantment is for resistance. He kind of like takes it, bangs it against his thigh, holds it up to his ear, listens for a second. Ah, yes. Fire resistance. How much were you hoping to get for it?
I'd say 4,000.
Huh. 4,000. He kind of gestures around, and you see, like, as he kind of gestures, you see a display case for other rings of resistance. Well, you see, I'm currently selling several rings of resistance for around 3,500 gold, so buying yours for 4,000 would be completely unreasonable. Tell you what, I will pay you 2,500 for that ring.
How about 3,000?
Roll me persuasion.
Persuasion. 17.
That can be arranged. And he will walk behind the counter. You hear this slight beeps of digits, the sound of a metal scraping, the jingle of gold as he pulls out a coin pouch. Alright, here is 300 platinum pieces. May I have the ring?
You never gave it back to me.
Ah, that is correct. I apologize. Sometimes I lose track of where I am and what I'm doing. Here! And he'll toss you the bag of platinum pieces.
I appreciate it. I do have one other piece of business for you.
What is this?
Given a look at your establishment, I would assume that you specialize mainly in jewels and jewelry of the like. However, I pull my sword out and I lay it on the counter.
Oh no! We don't have anything to rob.
Oh, no, nothing like that. Nothing like that. I lay my sword on the counter. Her name is Steel. She's a sentient sword. I've had her for over a decade. She's able to cast Revivify. However, this morning, something has changed, and she's no longer able to cast it. And I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah, interesting. Alright. Yeah, I can take a brief look if you would like. I could do a diagnostic of your sword, or let's say a gold piece if you find my finding satisfactory.
I would appreciate it very much.
Alright. He'll take out his little magnifying glass again. He also pulls open a book of enchantment runes and begins to kind of flutter through different things as he kind of peers down at the blade of the sword. Yes, I see. Interesting, very interesting. It appears, and he'll take the sword, kind of turn it towards you, and you see kind of it etched along the blade of the sword, kind of surrounding it, you see lines of enchantment runes. And as you kind of look at it, you see he kind of opens the book. Here's the enchantment runes for pluses to damage. Here's the enchantment runes for sentience and all that kind of stuff. And then he points, and kind of in intervals of repeating intervals surrounding the sword, he kind of says, and you see here, this is where the rune for the Revivify enchantment would go. It is missing. So it appears that it was somehow removed. Somehow
removed.
And I would say very powerful magic of some sort or another has potentially inflicted this disenchantment on this blade. Wait a moment. And he's going to, you can tell that he gets this slightly worried look on his face, and he kind of walks over to a display case, kind of unlocks it, opens it up, and pulls out this very ornate amulet, and kind of turns it over the back. And well, Ashes, that's not good. Oh. When did you say this happened to your sword?
Sometime over the night.
Oh, interesting. We might want to go and tell the heralds. This is concerning. And he'll reach in and he'll pull out another ring, and he'll look at the side of it, pull out his jewel thing. Yes, very concerning, Mr. Bloodhunter. We should let the heralds know.
What exactly is going on?
It appears that all of my enchantments for Revivify and Resurrection are gone. They're gone. They're gone. And he sits down on the floor and kind of hugs his knees to his chest. This is... Oh.
I toss him a gold piece and I pick up steel, put it in my scabbard, and walk out of the store. But in my mind, speaking to Steel, I tell her, the good news is, it's not just you. You're fine, but there's something else going on here.
And with that, we'll jump back over to the rest of the party. It has now been an additional hour of sleep and slumber for you all. Yes, very.
I'm sorry. Does this also affect the tattoo I got?
You never got the tattoo.
I thought I did.
Never sat down to get it.
How about that?
I thought it was like before, like we never role played it, but like thought it was just okay.
Cicero said that it was going to be in the evening after the party, but you had snuck off to go into the Obsidian Labyrinth.
Okay.
Cool. All right, so what are the rest of you doing as you wake up and begin... Well, do you actually wake up now as you have fallen asleep and kind of gotten back up for the... Or,
No.
like, no.
I mean, I'm heading back to the ship.
Hitting the snooze button for the second time.
I didn't go back to bed. But
all right.
I got up.
You just wrote me the note.
Yeah.
Lazar, what are you doing during this time?
Good question.
Whatever the heck he wants.
I guess I would just kind of like practice, just do some like Tai Chi like stuff in the morning while I wait for everyone to wake up.
Oh, nice. As you are kind of chilling on the deck of the ship doing your Tai Chi, you see kind of approaching from up the path towards the skyship is Virion.
And I am in a hurry.
Jarian, everything okay? You look, how you say, clustered.
I get to the ship, and I look to the captain and I say, we need to get the entire group together.
They are all
Something's
still sleeping. They're all kind of sleepyheads today.
Well, I need to wake up. Something terrible has happened. Probably
Okay,
still happening.
We can wake them up, and I'm gonna go and start wake everyone up.
Min, you hear a knock at the shell. Ellie, you hear the calls and kind of the slight jostling of someone kind of rattling your bed up in the crow's nest. And Graves, you hear the slight knock and the calling for you to wake up from your bed.
I'm not going to come down. I'm going to just lean, like, very lazily, like, pull myself up and look over the edge and just pretend that I can hear them from up here.
Alright. I'm just gonna assume whoever comes. But when enough people get to the, I guess, deck of the ship, I'm gonna fill them in what's happening. Sometime over the night, I'm not exactly sure when. Steel lost her ability to cast Revivify. I'm no longer able to assist in that manner. But what's more alarming is I'm just coming from a magic appraiser, and I wanted them to take a look at Steel and see if they could diagnose the issue. Needless to say, they weren't, but they were alarmed to see that all of their magical items that would specialize in Revivify and any resurrection type of magic no longer works. I think no one in the world is currently able to cast resurrection magic. I don't think it's just me. I think it's everyone and everything. Whatever our goal is, we have one chance to do it right. We don't have any second chances anymore. We need to be careful. More careful than we have ever been. Where's Savage?
He's not here at the moment, but overall, the memo is no more dying. We made a habit of that. It's a bad habit. We should probably stop.
Oh, especially you, Captain.
Noted.
Mm-hmm.
This is very urgent. Very dire. Captain, I'll go look for Savage. I think you should go talk to Ophelia. Find out what's happening.
Yes, can do. Good call. We will meet back up here in an hour.
I can manage that. However, would anyone like to come with me? Or am I on my own?
Where?
To find Sauvage.
Oh,
I'm not there, FYI.
yep.
Fair enough.
Okay, I'm just gonna fall backwards back into the crow's nest after this decision that they're going to
Okay,
go.
she's out of commission. Min? Come with me, go with him. Do something else. What's your plan here?
I mean, is this
Bonk noise, bonk noise.
DM.
all you see is a little stuffed shark head come out saying, "What do you want?"
Were you not listening to those conversations that we had? We need to go talk to you. Either find Sauvage with Virian or come talk to Ophelia with me.
Go with who to where?
Oh my gosh.
Just follow somebody.
While we're
Brave?
Can you just carry me, Captain?
dealing with all of this, when I go look for Savage, first I just want to ask, the email that I sent you the other day pertaining to, well, you know what, how much of that were you able to read?
The first two paragraphs, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, because I mean, you probably haven't gotten to a part of it to where it may be significant enough, but with me going up into the or wherever the clerical sort of thing is here in Babylon,
Yeah.
it has a certain level of significance. But anywho, I just wanted to ask.
Okay.
So I'm just going to use Tasha's floating disc to lift myself while still in my shell to follow the captain.
All right.
Floating turtle.
Just the shell.
First time.
Also, real quick, what does everyone think about selling that merch that I just posted?
Disagree.
Oh,
Sound up.
Hold
I'm
up.
sorry, what? Hold on.
I didn't see nothing.
I was on the line of reporting it, but that's just
Yeah, limited edition.
The free.
Oh no!
That's
Please,
insane.
no.
Yeah, I wasn't too thrilled when I saw it.
Is that not going on the OnlyFans?
Holy,
Who is?
that is amazing.
Oh my
I'm
gosh!
guessing that's Alabaster. Based off.
Yeah, I
of the
mean, I don't know what he looks like exactly, but yeah, that's what I was going for.
So who's going to be the brave soul to narrate this for the people watching this video?
If you subscribe to the Patreon, then you can find out yourself.
It's honestly.
You can find it on the OnlyFans. It all comes back to the OnlyFans.
It's
The
just
only Embers.
The only effort, bro.
Anyhow,
From ashes
I'm
to
really
OnlyFans.
tempted to just leave right now. No.
Virian, as you kind of make your way into the clergy, it's being kind of a hard thing for you to do as you begin to make your way and begin to talk to people. You hear people say, "Oh, they were in the Hall of Scripture, and as you begin to kind of travel through, you get pointed in the right direction and making your way down the hallway, and finally make it to the room with the scripture. And you open the door, and they're not there. And that is where we will end the episode.
My dear friends, come here, come closer. Thank you so much. You have watched the video, you made it to the end. Truly, it means so much to us. But we wanted to thank a couple more people. Of course, we thank you. You are one of the greatest people to thank because, quite frankly, we do this for you. This is for you to watch. Other than that, it's just a bunch of friends being idiots together. So, thank you. Obviously, we want to thank the Tavern Tales and Studio Shinto, who they created this beautiful game with all these fun things to play with, and it's a great place for us to come together to play the game we all love. All right, next up, we wanted to thank all of our players for everything that they do, the time that they take out of their day to come here every week and pull off stupid shenanigans like we do. So, thank you to all of the players and to our DM, of course, as well, Caleb Reynolds. Very good DM. Top notch. Okay, let's see here. What else do we have? Oh, of course. There's a cameraman here. We are very grateful for our dear videographer, Trevor Jones. Thank you for all you do. There's just so many things. I have a good one. Babies from the Tavern. If you have not seen their channel, they also play D&D in Tavern Tales like us, and their content is perfect. I love it. You should go check them out. We will leave a little link here and down below as well. With that, I think that's all of the thank yous that we have. But just a petit little reminder to subscribe if you are not subscribed, so that you get all of our notifications when we are posting our fun videos for you. And to watch out for the shorts that we will be posting, and then come back here to this video, find the timestamp, drop it in the comments, and we'll give you a little shout out here. So thank you again for everything so much. Goodbye, and we will see you next time on the Arcane World. Bye bye.